Hi, today's video we are going to discuss the techniques of capital budgeting. In previous discuss we already discussed what is a capital budgeting, what are their features and process of a capital budgeting. As we know, capital budgeting it's an investment tool where we just analyzing or evaluate the future potential project of the organization. Now, capital budgeting techniques, what are the method to evaluate the projects, so that we use the some techniques and method to evaluating the projects. It's a just a in techniques or method where we analyzing the various investment proposal which helps the company to find out their desirable project for their company. In simple term, it helps to find out the best project for the company. Now, techniques, capital budgeting techniques divided into two heads. One is your traditional method, another is your modern method. In other words, we say modern method is a discounting method and traditional method is non-discounting method. Now, what is a discounting method? Where we find out the present value of a money, where if we have a future inflow, behalf of that we are trying to find out the present value of the money. This is our discounting method. In a traditional and modern, we have a further more approaches, more techniques to find out the best investment proposal for the company. In a traditional, there are the basic two method: payback period method, average rate of return method. Whereas in a modern, or you can say discounted techniques, we use the net present value, internal rate of return, internal rate of return, and last one is profitability index. Net present value, IRR, PI are the discounted techniques, whereas payback period and average rate return is a traditional method. Today's video we are going to discuss payback period. What is a payback period? How to calculate, how to find out the best desirable proposal for an organization. In this method we are going to find out. First we should know what is a payback period. It is the time you need to recover the cost of investment. What the payback period says, in payback method, it's just tell that you what time you need to recover company initial amount. What is the fast and soon way to recover the initial amount of a company? If company invests the any project or proposal, then how much and what are the time period they need to recover their initial amount. That is about the payback period. Simple recovery of our time. Here we are considering whatever the our investment and how much long we are get our whole investment back. Payback period is very a simple, easy to understand. Simple method, easy to understand method. There is a no complexity in this method, because here we just find the period and time from where the initial investment is recovered. Quick solution. Here we are not performing a number of a calculation. We are not performing a complex calculation. So it gives a quick solution. Useful in case of a uncertainty. If we have a uncertain future, if we can't predict the future, and if we go with the more and more calculations, so we are not able to find out the right proposal and desirable proposal for the organization. The benefit of a payback period, whenever the uncertainty is exists, you can apply the payback period for selecting a best proposal for the organization. Yes, beside of their advantage, they have some disadvantage. There are the two most important disadvantage is that they always ignore the time value of money. Time value of money is where we find out the worth of money of present. We are not consider what we will get in our future. Whatever we received in today, it's a worthy for us. Here we are try to find out the present value of a money, worth of a money. Second, not consider the all cash flow, because when we go for the problem, then you will easily understand why I'm saying it. Not consider all cash flow, because whenever we get the whole or whatever the investment by the company is done over the project, they stop the calculation. Here is simply they are not calculating, they are not considering all the cash flow of a company. They are just considering up to the cash flow from where they recover their initial amount. This is all about the payback period. Hope it's clear. Now we do some problems. Now how to calculate payback period? This is very easiest method. Simple formula: initial investment, which is divided by the annual payback of a company. If you have a suppose 2 project and cost of a organization is 1,20,000. In project A we get as a cash flow is 30,000 and project B as a 40,000. Now company having a 2 proposal, which proposal company want to select? They checks the time period of the both the proposal, which project give the less time period to recover their initial investment of company. Now let's do. Total cost of a company is 1,20,000. If we talk about the A project, then it's annual cash flow, or you can say annual payback. Here you can be write cash flow. That is your 30,000. Now we divide it. Then we get 4 years. Now, if we do for the same thing for B project, total cost is same. Cash flow is 40,000. Payback period of a B is 3 years, whereas payback period is a for a 4 year. Now company ready to select B project because company able to get their whole amount or initial amount within a 3 year in comparison to the project A. So this proposal is best for the company, because here they easily or fast will recover their initial amount. This is one of the method if we have a regular or even cash flow. But sometimes we have or we don't have a even cash flow. Then how do we calculation? Now we do the sum another problem to know if we have a uneven cash flow. Another method of payback period, if cash flow is not uneven cash flow, then how could we find out the payback period? Now question is that, are these adding a new product line that will require the investment of rupees 14,54,000. Managers estimated the investment will be have up to the 10 year life and generated the net cash flow in first year is 3,10,000, second year 2,80,000. After the third year up to the 8th year is 2,40,000. Now we have to calculate the payback period. How to calculate? Let's do it. For that we should make some table where you have to mention a year, cash flow, cumulative cash flow. Now I am telling to you how to calculate it. First we have to write out the year. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now first year cash flow is 3,10,000. Second year cash flow is 2,80,000. Third year cash flow is 2,40,000, and up to the 8th year it's a 2,40,000. Now here we do the simple things. We just do the cumulative cash flow. In a cumulative cash flow, what we do in a first year, we have a 3 lakh, 3,10,000. We have simply right here. Next year we have a 2,80,000. What we do, we just add the value over it. In third year, again we add the 2,40,000 in 5,90,000. Okay. Next year, again we add the 2,40,000 in 83,000. Now what we will get? 10,70,000. Again we add this value to this value, then we will get 13,01,000. Next year we do the same. This is for 1 year, this is for 2 year, this is for 3 year, this is for 4 year, this is 5 year, and now it's 6 year. Same value we have. Now this value we add into the 13 lakh, that is our 15 lakh 5,000. Now what we have to do, we have to check that from two words we are means company able to recover their amount. If you see the table, now in a 13 lakh, you can see that 13 lakh is near to the 14 lakh 54,000. When we reach in a 13 lakh, when we reach in a 5 year, we can see that here we are able to or near about the 14,000, or you can say the value is a mid between 5 to 6 year. The value of 14 lakh 50,000 is mid between the 5 to 6 year. So what we have to do, now here you can see that after the 5 year we are near about the our total investment of a company, that is a 14 lakh 54,000. So now formula is from onward we are able to recover the initial amount of a company we are consider. If you see the table, after the 5 year, in a 5 year we are near about the investment of a company. So first we take a 5 year plus. Now again we have to find out what is the difference between to reach the initial investment, what is the actual amount we need to reach this amount. So we do the simple thing. In the initial investment we just minus the cumulative cash flow of a 5 year. What we do? Minus which is divided by next cash flow of a company. If you are having a 5 year, here consider that next cash flow should be taken for the 6 year. This is it. Hope this thing is clear to you. A simple thing, what we did simple thing, we just checked the amount which is a near about the initial amount of a company, in which year we are starting to able to recover the initial amount of company. So here initial amount is 14 lakh and we are here in 13 lakh, that is in 5 year. That's why we are mentioned the 5 year. In next step, we plus the difference between the initial investment and near about the investment to reach the initial investment. This is your which is a divided by next cash flow. Means if we are consider the 5 year here, the next cash flow is a 6 year. So whatever the cash flow in a 6 year, we are consider here. If we are solving that, then we get the 5.6. Here solve that, divided the difference which is divided by this one and add on a 5 year, then we will get the 5.6 year. 5.6 year is a payback period for the company. In this year, company get whole initial recovery of a organization. These year it shows that whole recovery of a company. Now, if company want to add on their line, if company want to product line add on in their organization, then 5.6 year is a best year for them to recover whole amount. Hope it's clear too. I'm just briefly tell you what is a payback period. It's a time, it's a period from where company want fast or soon recovery of their initial investment. There is a two method to calculate payback method. If there is a even cash flow, then simple method, which is only the initial investment, which is divided by the annual payback period, or you can say annual cash flow. This is a simple technique. From that you can find out the year. If there is an uneven cash flow like that, 3 lakh something, 2,80,000, if this type of a cash flow you have, then what you will do, you just make a table. From you find out the cumulative cash flow of a company. In a cumulative cash flow, you check which cash flow is near about the initial investment. You have to consider that year first. After that, find out the difference between that, which is divided by the next year of a cash flow. And if you solve the whole things, then you will get the payback period. That is your this one 5.6. Hope it's clear to you all. If you want to know what is the capital budgeting features and process, then please go to the description link. You will be find out in a description link, which is my previous video which tell about what is the capital budgeting. In next video we are going to do the average rate of return. Thank you.